Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. How are you guys doing? What's up? I'm going to move this over here a little bit. Hi you guys. How are you? What? Hi Garrett. Let me put my glasses on so I can see names. Where are they? Hold on. I think that says Divine Spirit. Hi, Divine. Hi, Black Blood. Hi, Old Angels. I'm good. I'm very good. Trying to get these oh, these are those noisy ones. Oy. Oh, it's so annoying. I want some red ones. I wonder if I have some. Let me see. I do have a better pair in here, I bet. Are these mine? Whose are these? I don't recognize them. Let me see if these are mine. Yes, I could see out of them. Cool. What are you guys doing tonight? Are you ready to do a curse? It's time for curses, boys and girls. Just kidding. Divine Spirit. It's Roberta. I just changed my name. Ugh. Edison. Hello, my darling. Happy curse night. Woohoo! I know my nail lady finally came home from vacation, and I was so glad to see her. It's just like, I'm so glad that you are back. I have my new toys out here. I got an Alexa for out in the shop. She's gonna be my study buddy. Alexa's a good study buddy. That's a good college tip for you guys. Whenever you're doing work and you need information, you could just go, hey Alexa, what does this mean? Oh, we could put it on. Let's see. Of course I'll turn it on. I love talking, having this tool available for them to speak to everyone. And they like it too. And sometimes they get mad if I don't turn it on. They'll turn it on for me. And then Belial will come in and turn it off. So if he turns off, sometimes I just leave it off because you know you don't want to piss him off. If he says that's enough of that shit, then that's enough of that shit. That's how he is sometimes. But let me tell you what. I've been going through a lot of stuff with him this last week. He is on me like you won't believe. You guys, look, I'm drinking tea. Are you proud of me? I had a Red Bull earlier, so I figured it was probably a good idea to not drink too much. How many spells do I have this week? Okay, here's our curse for the night. We're going to do a bitch be gone. And I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. And I have lots of room. I have like, I could probably fit, I was going to say 3 more spells in for this week, but probably more. These ones all just came in this morning. So if you guys have work that needs to be done, I can do it. This week's a good week. It's a really good week. We drove out to the property today. Well, we tried to, you know, because the roads have been closed up there because of all the snow. And so We drove up there to see, I wanted to see what was up. You know, I wanted to see how bad the snow was. I wanted to see how bad the snow was, and how what and what the mud situation was like, things like that. You know, it's good to know these things when you're going to go up into mountains to see it all year round, what you're going to be dealing with, even though we pretty much already knew. But I wanted to see. Oh, that's what that is. Hang on, I'll be right back. Somebody's spell candle's going crazy. There we go. It's like, what is that sound? So, I've been having a lot of questions from clients. You guys are so cute and freaking out about things. Oh my, he blocked me. Oh my gosh, you know, will it still work even though he blocked me? Blah, blah, blah. This is very common. Hi, sweetheart. This is every freaking time. This is like so common. You don't have to worry about it. He'll unblock you as fast as he blocked you. Don't worry about it. It's not a thing. Hang on. I think that's Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. Let me look. These are dirty too. Hi, Miss Blue. How did the spell go? They're all doing good. I have fresh candles on them. One of them's already done. And then the other two are going. Everything's going perfect. Absolutely perfect. And and I wanted to say, now, Divine Spirit, you're really gonna mess me up with this. Name changing business. Just kidding, it's okay. I happened to woke up at 3 a.m. last night, couldn't get back to sleep. I wonder if the universe is communicating with me. Yeah, sometimes that happens a lot to a lot of people. They'll wake up at 3. That's a good time to get up and meditate or do some reading or cast a spell. That's the best time for me. I like to be up doing things at that hour when everybody's asleep, because then I could be sneaky and get that energy in there when they're resting and they're all opened up. And then you just... Okay, so I have a few things that I wanted to talk about. So, you know how when... Okay, wait, what did you say? Oh, hi, sweetie. Hi, Nancy. Okay, when I did the clinic evocation last week, my client really felt connected to clinic, and like she all of a sudden things started popping up everywhere. So she's not a witch or anything, but so she wanted to be included in the spell, and she lit a candle and put a few drops of blood on it, you know, carved his sigil on it, put a few drops of blood, and while I was doing the casting, and she said she almost had, and if you're on, hi sweetie, she almost had immediate response. People are contacting her, requesting her an interview. I don't know, some weird corporate thing. I don't understand how they do all that, but Anyway, so she's real excited and happy about all that. And then, but she said, but the only problem is that, well, okay, first go back. When she did the candle, she goes, well, did he show up? And I was like, of course, it's a freaking day. You know, he was there before I even, he was already there, you know, getting me ready, I guess. And she said, well, I didn't feel a thing. Hi, Christine L. And it was funny because she feels it now. She's still feeling it. She's like, I don't know what's wrong. I feel like I got kicked in the gut. I just don't feel right. I'm shaky. I'm this and that. And I was just like, you're having anxiety attacks. That's the energy. I was like, I feel that every day, so you get used to it. She was like, oh. So I told her, you know, yeah. But anyway, so it was just funny. She probably should have never said that. Never said it. It was funny. I wonder 88. Okay, let's see what else. What were the other questions? There's a lot of questions. Okay. So you're married and you guys are broke up and you want me to do a spell. You have kids together. You're not supposed to have contact. Hi, Lisa. You're not supposed to have contact until after I cast for at least a week or so. You know, just no fighting or any of that. And then before I cast today, you had a fight with her about money or something. Well, ghost. So, no fighting. If she calls you, you have to answer. You have to take your call. I'm fantastic. But no fighting. And if she tries to start a fight with you, when you start feeling the fight come on, just tell her that you're sorry that you can't talk to her right now and hang up. And just be like, I don't want to fight with you. And you know, maybe we could talk about this later when you're not so upset, and then just let it go, hang up, because that's bad energy and I don't want that in there. And then after I cast for you, you know, it's good to know though that she's fighting with you, because that tells me that she still has feelings for you. But and I could sweeten her up in the spell. Are jar spells effective for cheating man? Yeah, they're okay. I would put in. Well, it depends on what you want to do with him. Why would you want to teach him a lesson? Just destroy him. Send him to the abyss. Banish his soul to the furthest realm. Sweater. She likes my sweater. It's a witchy sweater. Anyways, so see what else. So yeah, no contact with wife, no fighting. I don't care if you're right or she's right. No. If you're fighting with her, you're wrong. Don't fight. No fights. Let's see what else. There was another question. I have some news. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I've been getting so many confirmations. What do you call that? Testimonies. I've been getting so many testimonies. It's exciting. Let's see. Who else gave? Someone else was giving me a testimony. I had 2 other testimonies on love spells. I didn't post either one of them, but maybe I will. I'll have to dig through it and see if I can get names out of it and stuff. Hi, Tammy. How are you, darling? That's moving because I have the window open, so don't freak out. I have a question. When you rip their soul out, I like that. Write their name with Belial in the book. What happens to them? Whatever I say. It depends. When well, first of all, I don't rip their souls out. Belial does that. And then I write their name. Well, Rofakal, their name gets put in the Book of the Damned. And basically, they're in big trouble. But I can have control of them. I could do whatever I want with them. I could make them, you know, when they're acting up and being bad or doing things they shouldn't be doing, cheating on their wives and doing drugs and partying and beating people up and leaving their wife and children at home so they could go out partying with a bunch of thugs, you know, leaving their families to go to Vegas to hang out with strippers. I mean, there's all kinds of crap. Or there's even some are a couple of I have a couple of witches. I don't like to admit that I have, but I do. They're bullies, and they were tormenting my client because she was doing better in class, in a nursing class, than they were or something, and they were fucking with her and then going, oh, what's the matter, did the spirit get you? Things like that, like, you know, casting on her and just scaring the shit out of her. And so then she was led to my island. She called me, and Akate, we put her in a pot. She and I and Belia, we put the witches in a poppet. I mean, their names are probably already in the Book of the Damned, but they are no longer casting on her. They're behaving now. They're leaving her alone, allowing her to do her studies, and not bullying her anymore. It was a racist thing, a racial thing, because she's of a different race, and they were being racist against her. Anyways, at least that's what I was told. But so yeah, it depends. But yeah, their name goes in the book. They're damned for all eternity. Yeah, it's horrible. People do bad things. Some people change their personality, but it'll put them to a stop. Hi, anonymous blogger. How are you tonight? Oh, I love you too. So, anyways, but yeah, so it just depends. But basically, they're damned for all eternity. Hi, Sandra. Love your channel, Blue Witch. What's your best testimonial you've had on your personal life? The one that meant a lot to me was I had a young girl. When she came to me, she was 16, And when she was 11, she was raped by this 18-year-old boy, and he offered her a water bottle at the park, and he put acid in it, and then he took her out in a field and raped her, and then she was tripping out, and then he told her he was messaging her the next couple of days telling her that they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and that she couldn't say anything or she would get in trouble for doing drugs and blah blah blah. And she didn't know what was happening, and it was just a really traumatic thing for her. And then her mom finally found out, and they put him in jail. And then there's like a whole family, and all the brothers were like that, and the mother was like always making excuses for her boys, you know, kind of thing. And it was a whole family fucked up situation, and they were tormenting her like until she was 16. She had like been tormented about it. And so I wanted the family to go away, and so I put the whole family in a hornet's nest and made them move. And they have been in this county since the 70s, I believe, and they're all gone now. They were a big family here, and now they're all gone. They're no longer in our community. So that's the one that meant a lot to me, just because, you know, I got rid of a bunch of thugs, criminals that were disgusting people, raping children and stuff. I just won't tolerate it. So that was a good one. Let's see. Okay, I'm always saying your name wrong. It's Eldison. Is it Eldison? I know people should be careful of how they treat others. You may come across someone who will have their ass in a jar and buried in a cemetery. That's right. Well, I think it's important to do malefic workings, because you got to keep balanced, and it's really good therapy. Like I always say, it makes you feel good. It's good when someone hurts you and your life, and you can feel like it's empowering, you know, like you did something about it, you know, you did something about it, and now you have control back of your life. Balancing the justice scales. So, and cute. He said I'm cute. But you guys have to know, it's not me. It's Hecate. It's Lucifer. It's Belial. It's the gods that I work with, that are my family. They're the ones that help me do everything. Alibi. I take no credit for it. I mean, I'm just the tool. I'm the vessel that they choose to use to do these things, and I'm so grateful for that, and humble, and they're such beautiful beings. But sometimes it feels really good to deal with people like that, you know. And then you get the when doing an uncrossing, back prayer plays a huge part, right? Sure. It depends on who you're praying to. Beautiful they are. Hi. It depends on who you're praying to. Okay, well. I don't really pray when I do that. When I do it, I just remove it. I submerge myself, and then in my mind, I imagine that as I come up, that it's all lifted off of me. Hi, TA. Yeah, I just take it all off of me when I come up. It just comes right off of me. When I stand up, it just all falls off of me. And then when I step through the candles to get out of the tub, it's left behind. The fire of the candles holds it back off of me. Another TA. It just depends on how you do it, and if that is your belief to say prayers when you're doing it, then say them. Right. After doing dark work, if you need to, yeah. I used to do that every time. I don't really have to do that anymore. I can just cleanse myself now, just naturally. I can just pop it off of me. But, and usually if somebody gets on me or something attaches to me that's not supposed to be there, it's not allowed anymore. Like, no. I'm kind of past that. So, but occasionally somebody will get, something will get me, and then I'll just go sit on my belly altar and call him, and I'll just evoke him, and I'll just be like, they're trying to hurt me, and he'll just take it off of me just like that. He'll just, no. And so, like, anyone who tries that shit, I love your show, it's so real. Anyone who tries that shit here, I don't want to sound like I'm being haughty, because I'm not. I'm just saying you're a very foolish person, because it's not about me anyways. It's about them. It's about the primal current. It's about the power and the pure power that comes with the current. It's really not about me. It's about them. And so anything that comes at me will pretty much just like go right back to you on blast, like hit you like a fucking rock, just go right back to you. And so it's not that I'm all powerful or anything like that, but it's all about the current. And being in that primal current is just, I'm sorry, but the truth is that there's no stronger magic, in my opinion. I'm very protected. Just because of that. If I wasn't in the current, then I would have to be taking baths every fucking day of my life, and I would be okay with that. But it's just it's so powerful, and people are envious of it. Some people want it, but they can't contain it. Hi, Christine M. How are you? But people get jealous of it, and you can't blame them. It's not for everyone. Some people can't handle the energy because it's a lot, and the energy is so addictive that you crave it. When you're supposed to be in it, it's like that's all you want to do. That's it. There's nothing else that matters. There's nothing else that matters except for the trident, except for the current. The primal current is just so pure. There's nothing else really matters. Everything else is just a distraction, and I'm not talking about like your family and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like you know having to go to the store and buy groceries, or paying bills, or doing things like that. That stuff, it's like you don't even think about it. You are so on the current. You're so in the current and on the primal, and that's all that matters. What's my next step? What am I going to learn today? What do you want me to do? You know, the only time I want to go to the store is to get flowers for their altars, or to get them, to get Lucifer his chocolate cake. or, you know, that's how we think. We're, and because that's our family and that's our love. I mean, we have our earthly families that we love and care for also. But you know, I'm not talking about that. That's a give. My dogs, you know, I love them, and my grandchildren I love, and my boyfriend and my daughter and my children. You know, I think he really loved the chocolate cake. He's so funny. I know he and Akatsu candy bars, and so does they like candy, and sometimes I'll put candy on Billy L's altar also, and he likes candy too. He likes honey. I have this pretty little thing, and I put his honey in there for him, and he has really good brandy over there. I'm like, dang, I didn't even know that I bought that, but I did. But anyway, so you know, it's just different, and so people, you're so far in, and then when people try to, they want what you have, but they don't want to put in the energy and the effort to have it, because they're not supposed to be there anyways. And so then they get jealous, and then they try counting on you, or saying things like, I have everything you have, and I'm just as good as you are, and blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, congratulations, what? I'm not trying to compete with anyone. I'm not putting anyone down. It's just different, and it's who I am. And like I always say, it's in my DNA. It's who I am, and it'll never change. That's the way I'll be for all eternity. I'll be blue. Extension. So watchers, let's talk about watchers. What are watchers? Yeah, get on with your bad self. If you're just like me and you can do everything I can do, and you don't need this and you don't need that, then carry on. I'm listening to you. So Christine M, have you decided? Christine M is coming to visit with me later this month. She's gonna come and spend a few days, and so we're gonna be doing some things online together. She's a little nervous about that, but have you decided if you're going to get all 3 tattoos? Because I really need to let Robert know what you decide. So kind of let me know. I know that you're trying to figure out stuff. Awaken the outsider. Dun, dun, dun. But anyways, so here's the deal. Okay. Surgat. Okay, Surgat in the Primal Craft is the god of death, right? Am I saying that correctly? Yes. And he is the god of death, and he, anyone who comes against Hekate's will. Okay, so it is Hekate's will that I do certain things. Okay, so when people try to come at me, and okay, and Seraph moves anything and anyone who comes against Hekate's will. And so if her will is for me to do these certain things, and then they try to interfere with that, then they're fucking with Surgot. And I will say, Surgot, you know, I'll evoke him, and I'll just say, Surgot, you know, someone's fucking with the will of Hekate, you know, with my path, with Hekate, and, you know, I need you to handle it, or whatever. Or I could just go to Belial, or Lucifer, or Hekate, and they'll all, it's just, there's so much options, and so much protection, and there's so much reason to not do things like that with me, but people still do it. It still happens. Because there's a curse that's called the curse of the Atlanteans, and people that get like haughty and think that they don't need the gods, and that they don't need to work through Hekate, and they don't need this, and they don't have to do rituals and rites, and they don't have to use they don't have to sit in circles, they don't, when the rite calls for it, you know, blah blah blah. Those people think that they don't need the gods, and in the primal current I'm talking about, okay, that's a curse on them, because they'll be destroyed. There's so much, there's just, it's such a big thing, and yeah, it's huge. Just probably don't get me on my soapbox about everything, because yeah, it's a mistake. I started watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch series on Netflix. It is so good. She has to choose between power or free will. Cool. I watched some of it when I was sick, and I had to lay in bed. I watched part of that, and I'll tell you that there's a lot of it that's kind of sort of accurate. I like that they had the courage to use the names of the gods, the correct names of the gods, that they didn't like try to use fake names, that they used, you know, Baphomet and Lilith and things like that. Their placements weren't always correct. I didn't like the three demons that came in, and they were calling him Beelzebub and things like that, Lord of the Flies, and so there is a lot of misinformation in it that's not accurate information. But I did like that I mean, it's a cool show, I guess. It's pretty entertaining, and that's what it's supposed to be. I did like part of it, but some of it got on my nerves. When they didn't use the names correctly. But you know, that's because that's my family that they're talking about, and to me, and so of course I'm gonna be like, bitch, please. But I loved and Lucifer came out of the tree all with the fire and everything. That was cool. But and I like to watch like how they use the herbs. That's pretty cool. The one aunt that's really goofy, and she's the one that's like, you know, oh, you gotta watch it. It's pretty cool. You like it. You'll really like it. But there are just some parts of it that aren't accurate. And she had to put her name in the book with her blood. that was cool because you do have to do that. That's true. Um, but she didn't have sex with him. They should have had her. They should have. They should have. He. I'm so mean. I can't believe I just said that. It's not nice, but you know what I mean. It was funny, but one of the aunts kills her sister and buries her. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she did, huh? She hit her with a shovel. I always want to do that to some people. Little secrets. She did. I forgot all about that. I love that part. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I do like how they go to other realms. That's awesome. And I mean there's a lot of accurate, accurate information in it, but but the big thing to me is when they misuse the names, because that's important. That's a thing. Like, you should be careful. But you could definitely tell they did their homework. Probably Wiccans would be my guess, that they're Wiccans, because I don't know. You know, I don't know. I love the little church. Hi, Ellie. Different. But anyway, so we were going to talk about watchers. Remember? So watchers are like, they're spirits. Okay, so like, all your colors that show up in the mirror? Um, Black blood, you know how you have the colors? Well, spirits see that when they look at you. They see that. They're like, oh, look at those colors. Da da da. And they want to follow you. They're like, let's go see what she's doing. Let's see what's up with that. And, is she an angel? Is she a god? What is she? Why does she have all those pretty colors? Not everyone has those. Some people have nothing at all showing. And so when they see that, they follow you around. So you have those kind of watchers. Okay, and they're just curious. They just want to see what you're doing, what you do, stuff like that. And then you have watchers that are assigned to you to keep an eye on you. Like Akate has guides, and she has people that are assigned to you to keep an eye on you, to make sure you're okay, if there's any problems, da da da. I mean, at a certain point, though, you'll have a direct connection to her, and then, if you ever have a problem, she's there. And so, and then you have watchers from Father, and from Lucifer, and from Belial, and they have watchers, people, spirits that watch you, familiars assigned to you, familiars are watching you. Basically, you're being watched all the time, and so you just have to get comfortable with it, be with it. There's tons of them. There's little creatures. I am sorry. I am not ignoring you. Let me see. Becoming a theme. Mystery theme. 58 motive. Okay. I did that. One of my novels was a witch, and I purposely messed things up because I wasn't writing a how-to book. Yeah. This is other movies and show. I listened to a podcast with one of the writers, and they said they try to put a lot of fake things in on Devil. Woo! She said weird devil. Yeah, that's true, Kelly. I think that maybe they probably misuse things so that people, don't try to copy it or whatever. But I think that I think that when you're doing anything and you're using the name of Lucifer or the name of Lilith or the name of Beelzebub or Belial, or these names are very powerful and they hold a very powerful meaning. And so I think that if you're going to use them, you should use them correctly. And that can be really hard, especially when there's so many different aspects and there's so many different beliefs behind them. And I know, and and so I mean, there's two sides, but it's hard to put that aside when you're watching it, to put aside your own beliefs with them. And so you just have to kind of, realize it's just a show, and it's just a show. I know that the Luciferians got really upset about the statue that they used in the school. That was fucking cool as hell. I was like, yeah, finally. It's a lot better than some of the other shows that they try to do to bring Lucifer in, if you know which one I'm talking about. I hated that show. It was the worst show ever. But whatever. You know what I mean? It's just people are gonna do what they're gonna do. They're just desensitizing you so you won't be so butthurt about it. Some people are so like about witchcraft and stuff when they probably do it themselves and they don't even know it. So, okay. Oh, I know another thing I wanted to talk about is I have another client, a new client, who I'm going to be casting for this week. And she lit a come back to me spell. Or not a spell, a come back to me candle. And so she wanted to know if she should let it burn while I'm casting. Well, I don't really care. You can if you want to, but if you are if you're attaching to my energy in that form, and you have a candle lit, and I'm casting on, we're both casting on the same thing together, then you better be ready and be able to handle that energy that's getting ready to come your way. Because prior because you will have a hard time breathing. You will have a lot of anxiety issues, just like what I was talking about earlier about the clinic spell that I did for the lady, and she wanted to do a candle because she felt connected. So, which is fine. I don't care. But just know that it will hit you and it will go away for a while. Like you'll have it for days. It's not going to be like, ooh, 20 minutes and it's over. No. Days. And so just realize. So I would suggest, if you're not a witch and you're not used to handling that primal current energy, that you snuff it out before I do my casting. Because you're still going to feel it anyways. But if you're attaching to it in a magical aspect like that, then it's going to get you even harder. So if you get anxiety about your situation, does that mean the spell is working? Yeah. If you feel it, if you can feel the anxiety, And it's just the same feeling, but it's really not anxiety. It's just energy coming to you. Um, it's the energy flowing through you, and it'll come at you in waves. That means that the energy is connecting to you. That means the energy is connecting to you, and yeah, it means it's working. It's working for sure. Just try to breathe through it. Take a bath, breathe through it. Just I always say, just remember to breathe, because that will help you like process the energy. What do we do with the anxiety so we don't harm the spell? That's what I'm telling you right now. It's just not anxiety. It's just the energy going through you causing that feeling. So just breathe. Take some deep breaths. If you can, meditate and make an energy ball. Pull it out of you with an energy ball. Say his name. Say, like, I like to do that. Pull it out. Say their name in it. And then throw it like a ball. And then it'll go to him. Let it go to him. And just keep doing it until it's off of you. And then that way you're not sucking up all the energy and it's going to him and you'll get nailed. But sometimes that could be bad too, but it just depends on how he's reacting to it, how you're reacting to it. Tonight I had anxiety about my ex. I was so scared. Yeah, don't be. Just let all that go. Don't worry about it. Just let the energy do its job. Let it happen. Just if you're blocked and guys do that shit all the fucking time. Especially if you broke up and then you're like professing your undying love to them after you just broke up with them, and now they're hurt, and so they're like, oh sure, and guys don't respond well to rejection, and so you need to be more settled and just be like, just let it go. Don't call them, don't bug them, leave it. And I think that if you already told him how you feel, that's good. That's it. No more contact. Don't call his parents. Don't call his children. Don't call his brothers and sisters. Nothing. Just let it go, because it'll get back to him, and then he'll be like, oh, stalker mode, or whatever. Whatever they're thinking, however their minds work, just back off and let the energy do its job. And when you're feeling it, when you're feeling that pressure and that energy going through you, then you just need to just relax. Just don't worry about it. Just know that whatever you're feeling, he's feeling. Whatever he's feeling, you're feeling. Okay, if you worked a candle spell for days, but it doesn't burn down, the spell should still reach its potential, right? I don't know. I don't know what was your magic? I don't know. Are you a witch? Did you put your energy into it? Did you use energy from a god? Did you? I can't. I can't say. For my candles, usually if they burn down and it's clear, and then there's still some candle left, that means the spell is good. But that doesn't mean that for everyone. It depends. If there's black and clouds and it stops, and it's cloudy and black, or the glass breaks, or there's different meanings for different things. But again, it depends on who you are, and if you know how to focus your energy, and you know how to cast, if you're a witch, if you're not a witch, if you have the energy of the gods flowing through you. It just depends. It could mean many things. I refuse to talk to him. Just waiting for him to come back, but he's stubborn. Yeah. I worked it for days, but I couldn't unattach the candle. Are you unattended? I unattended the candle, so it was burning. So I blew it out. Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't like to blow out my spell candles. I snuff them. It's a candle, you blow it out. I mean, I blow out my altar candles because I like to put my essence in it. I like to put my essence into them. But my spell candles, I usually let them burn until they're done. I don't usually ever put them out. But sometimes I have to, like when they catch fire and go crazy and that happens a lot. Then I will go and snuff them out with I have these little things. Let's see, do I have one right here? I know a lot of people like to use the snuffers, the candle snuffers, but my fires are bigger than that usually. And I have these little glass cup things, and then I'll just put them right on top, or I'll use the copper trays that I have. I'll have these little copper trays, and I'll put those on top of it. But usually I use these little glass cup things. I don't have any over here. They're in the cupboard. But yeah, or I'll use one of the cast iron lids off of the little cauldrons or something like that. And yeah, and that's what I do. I snuff them out like that. But not until they burned all the way down and the whole thing's just getting ready to go kaboom. And so, but yeah, I do that. And then the next day I'll put a new candle on it and then let it burn all the way down. And then the next day I put a new candle on it, let it burn all the way down. And so on and so on. For 3 days. And then after the third day, then I take the spell, and it depends on what kind of spell it is, but usually I'll just throw it into the I throw it into the fire, and then it goes into the smoke, and then it goes up into the ethers, and I like that. Sometimes I bury them in the summertime. In the summertime, I'll take all the flowers from the altars and put them in a hole, and then I'll put all the love spells on the altar flowers and bury them on that. I like to do that, but usually I think when you burn them, it goes up so quickly. Requested to do a pass an exam spell. Is there a time frame to wait to do another spell request? If it's a different area, well, okay. So here's the deal with that. I love you guys, and I will cast for you every mother effing day. But the thing is, if I'm casting for you on something, I like for you guys to give it a few days before we do another one, or at least let that one finish. Let that one do the 3 days and then start the next one, because it's too much energy for you. You guys are not conditioned. Your bodies aren't used to it, and it can make you have nausea. It's too much energy. You guys will think, oh, something's wrong with my heart. It's beating too fast, and things like that. It's just the energy. It won't hurt you, but it will affect your body and the way you feel, and it makes it hard for you to function. How would you work with spirits, and how do I? Oh, I work with them every single day of my life. Even when I'm not doing magic, I still do stuff with spirits and entities. Are migraines part? It can be. It can, if you have, hi Reds. Hang on, I gotta close this window. Hold on. What? Sup? She said sup. Did you say sup? sup. Look, she said sup, you guys. Look, wait. If you can't see it, it says S-U-P. Sup. Hi, Tallulah. I was just popping in to say hi. I'm going back to study. Such a good girl. I keep all my altar flowers as well. I have them all dried up in a special bag. I've always collected them and keep them over the years. Aww. But if you are prone to migraines, like if you get chronic migraines, then yeah, it could trigger them. It not necessarily, it depends on how your body reacts to the energy. Totally. But so that's how I feel about it. I'm not in a hurry to I don't like to push that energy on people that aren't used to the energy. And so I think it's important to finish one and then, let it finish casting. Let me, be done with that one, and then we could start a new one. Just because even if it's like a curse and it's not tied to you, it's still tied to you. You're still having it put on them. So you're still going to feel some of the energy. Not that it's going to curse you, but you're going to feel it working. You're going to know. Sorry, my thing's not scrolling. What app is that? It's a spirit box. Is it called Spirit Box? It's called Ghost Radio. Communication, worldly communication. Worldly communication. She said. It's Ghost Radio. Study for Saturday. Charm. Is it possible to feel energy? Yes. Is a lot of times as soon as you pay me, I'll start working on it before I cast. I'll think about it when I'm doing my meditation, and when I'm printing up your pictures and your information, I'm talking to Hecate while I'm doing that and going, oh, look at this one, and I'm reading her your email, and we're already doing it. We're already doing it in the astral planes when I go into meditation. That happens all the time, that I'm casting when I'm up there, and then I bring it down, and then I do it down here too, and then it's kind of like a here and there. And so yeah, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna know. And sometimes it'll start working and before I even finish casting. Sometimes it happens the next day. Usually it happens within a week, but occasionally there's blockages or other things going on that I don't know about or that you don't know about. And so it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes there's a baby involved. Sometimes there's other people involved that they're bound to that you don't know about. Sometimes they're children of Hecate. Then she's going to be like, no, you're not casting on him, and I don't know who they are. So it's like, it just depends. There's so many different situations. You're so funny. Oh my gosh. Everyone is changing their names. I will change mine to Trashy Raccoon. No, I like yours. Hello, Get Motivated. You changed your name to Spiritual Dreams. You're silly. I just sent you an email. Okay, I will look at it. Everyone is changing their names. Trashy Raccoon. No, the Saturday to see where you can go to college test. My spirit animal is a trashy raccoon possum. Yep. Dreams are off the wall, man. I know I did one the other day, and then I have 2 to do this week already. My past year exams are, so far, we're at 100% success rate. Just for this snuggle muffin. Yeah, black blood is so much more dope, I think. It is. And plus, I like black blood. NB, maybe someone here knows what that means. Oh my gosh, Christine. Hey, crack me up. Good night, Tallulah. So, okay, you guys. So when Mark sends emails, to everyone, and then he always puts NB. What does the NB stand for? Who knows the answer to this trivia question? Blessings. It's N as in Nancy and B. I'll ask him. I'll have to ask him. But anyways, let's see here. I want to see what she sent me. Okay. Sure. We can do it. We can do it. All right, you guys. I'm at 1 hour and 10 minutes. So I am going to get off of here and get started. I got to get set up to do a Bitch Be Gone spell. And I don't know why, but I think I'm going to go a little old school on it. A little old school on it. She's showing me chili peppers. Have a good night. Good luck. Happy astrals. Good night, sweetheart. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. I love you all so much. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow.